One of the things Rockstar Games has not shown us with the San Andreas Mercenaries update is the logo, but thankfully we have some super talented guys in the GTA community, one of those being GTA GFX. So whenever we do get the official reveal of the logo and what will pop up probably at the end of the trailer that Rockstar puts out, it'll probably look something like this. So really well done, GTA GFX. This looks absolutely incredible. This is also another concept logo by user MNM345 on Twitter. Another take on the San Andreas Mercenaries with the fighter jets on the outside. It really does make you wonder what this logo is going to look like when, of course, it is officially revealed and we get to play it on June 13th. And then some more magic by GTA GFX. Some of the screenshots that Rockstar showed off had a lot of busy things going on in the background. Like, for example, take a look at this one right here. We're just able to sort of focus on the fighter jet itself, the F-35B Lightning Mark II that's going to be arriving. It makes you wonder how expensive this thing is going to be. Let me know in those comments down below. How much do you think this fighter jet is going to cost? It also makes you wonder if it's going to be available on day one. Just because Rockstar showed it off in the screenshots doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be here on day one to purchase, or it might be locked behind one of the missions, so you have to complete that in order to actually purchase it. And then this screenshot right here, not only was he able to change the color from that purpley pink shade, we actually now get to see it in sort of a reddish orange, which looks pretty bad to the bone. And he also removed those pesky insurgents in the background. So this vehicle is going to be amazing. I can also imagine that this Bravado Gauntlet EV will also be incredibly expensive just due to the fact that it's got the Amani tech. It's an electric vehicle. It's a new concept car. Rockstar loves making those things in the millions of dollars. Now let's move on to our next screenshot, and the big thing that's shown off here is our new weapon that's going to be added into the game. Rockstar calls it the Tactical SMG, perfect for firing while driving. And that's an interesting tagline, perfect for firing while driving. I'm not sure what that means. If you know what Rockstar is kind of implying there, you can let me know in those comments down below. But this looks like it's primarily based off of the BT MP9 TAC. If you guys know anything about firearms, you probably noticed that it looks very, very similar to that. So we're basically getting a new submachine gun. It'll be interesting to see if it has any upgrades or if it can be sent into the Mark II category or whatnot. And it will be interesting if this thing will finally dethrone the AP pistol in vehicles. That thing's been around since launch, and I think that's still what people use today. So maybe it will. Who knows? A couple of other interesting things in this screenshot. I don't know if this lady's pants are new. You'll also have to help me with that. The chain coming out of the belt loop and the pocket, that to me looks interesting. And same with all the tattoos. There's like so many tattoos, I can't tell if those are actually new. But one thing I know is new, now NPCs have them, but I don't know if our characters have ever been able to wear them, is these dog tags. That's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of military-esque or combat outfits that I know a lot of people are going to be able to create, and those dog tags are going to look awesome on those outfits. So pretty cool stuff right there that I noticed in this screenshot. But anyways, let's move on. One other interesting aspect of this update is the enemy is Merryweather, which in single player, that was no problem. But in Grand Theft Auto Online, Merryweather is one of our phone contacts, and they can actually provide us with a handful of services. Remember, Rockstar said it's no secret Merryweather security are as corrupt as everyone else in this town. But now there's talk on the street that these shady contract killers are scaling up and squeezing out any rogue competition across southern San Andreas. For freelance professionals in the criminal underworld, this could be the last straw. It's time to hit them where it hurts. So it kind of makes you wonder, what's your relationship with Merryweather going to be after this whole thing is all said and done and after you take them out? And Insider Tez Funds 2 says that it will kind of work like this, that it would be disabled during the new lucrative private work, and then it would most likely be launchable from the new operations terminal of the Avenger, very similar to how it works for the mobile operations center. Now, I could imagine, since we'll be destroying Merryweather once and for all, maybe instead of actually being mortal enemies with them, we will simply take over Merryweather. So we can still have them in our phone, and maybe all the things that Merryweather is able to do will then be free. It'll just be put on a much bigger time limit scale or time interval. So something to think about right there is really the lore and the story of online. You can't really just get rid of Merryweather. They're one of our contacts, and they have a deep entrenched history in single player and multiplayer, but it looks like we are going to be taking them out once and for all. So will we just own Merryweather? A lot of kind of unanswered and interesting questions there. Now, a couple more interesting things to discuss. Rockstar said to stay tuned for additional info to be revealed about this summer's update. Number one, that's great. I hope we do get more information soon. Number two, a lot of people are confused on why they're calling it a summer update when it's coming out on June 13th. It's technically not summer now. We are in spring. But with the drip feed and all the weeks of additional content that Rockstar even specifically outlined with special upcoming weekly events and more, this is going to go throughout the summer and even beyond that. And there's going to be lots of parts of this update that Rockstar celebrate, like Independence Day, 4th of July. And we already know that there's going to be a Halloween update packaged in this DLC, as Rockstar did an interview with Games Radar back in March, where they said there's going to be some pretty cool Halloween content coming in this next update. This is what they had to say regarding that. Talking about the purple and green alien wars and the Sprunk versus E. Cola battle, Butchered said that there's a fun example of that coming for this year's Halloween event that makes me laugh every time. I can't wait to see how players react to it. So there is going to be a lot of Halloween content in this update, and that is something you can expect throughout the summer. And that's also something you can expect in the drip feed and closer to October. So a lot of people were confused on that. How can it be a summer update when it's not technically in the summer? Well, a large portion of the update is definitely going to be released in the summer. Now, diving into a few more things, I don't know if you're going to be able to play the missions in this update on your own or as a lone wolf or solo. One of the things they say is get ready now, gear up your team, prep your hangar facility, set up your Avenger, and sharpen your smuggler skill set for the battle ahead. So a couple of things here. Gear up your team. Rockstar might be talking about a team of NPCs. They actually talk about this in a previous paragraph. They're called the Los Santos Angels. This is put together by aircraft mechanic and ace pilot Charlie Reed. It's going to be a bunch of aviators and guns for hire, so elite pilots and ex-military personnel. It looks like for this update, you're definitely going to want to have a hangar already owned as well as an Avenger. Get that thing, souped up with all the different upgrades. It's going to be a big part of this DLC. And it certainly looks like this is going to be a Smuggler's Run Part 2 almost. They even use the word sharpen your smuggler's skill set. So it looks like that's sort of the theme of this update. It definitely looks like it's going to be sort of a Part 2 to the Smuggler's Run update. And last but not least, it looks like there's going to be a lot more quality of life updates coming in this DLC. They sort of outlined 5 of them that look to be coming, but I can only imagine that Rockstar has done so much more than that. And when the update does drop, I'll be telling you about all of those quality of life updates and changes that Rockstar have made to the game. But for now, those are some of the secret details and hidden features of the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC that you might not have known about, coming in just a few short days to GTA Online. If these kind of videos are something you like, be sure to give this one a thumbs up. And if you are new and want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe as well. I'm doing lots of GTA and Rockstar Games inspired videos here on the channel every single day. And if you want to be super in tune, be sure to ring that notification bell as well, because sometimes YouTube just doesn't work. And if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.